Okay, in this video we're going to work on writing an equation for a word problem. And I've got several examples I pulled up that come straight from your MyMathLab assignments. So, first one we got here, Joe earns $12.50 per H hours. So if H equals 2, if Joe works 2 hours, then it's $25 that he's earned. If they've worked H hours, they make $120. So our job is just to make the equation, okay? It's $12.50 for every H hours. And we're supposed to find out how many hours it is once the total pay has equaled $120. So $12.50 times every hour worked. We want to find out when that is equal to $120. So that's the equation we need to set up. And I don't know if they ask you to solve it. I think a lot of these they just ask you to set up the equation. So let's do another. Jessica ate at a steakhouse. The cost of the meal plus an 18% tip. Let's say cost is C. I don't remember what letter they're going to want you to do for your homework. But cost of meal plus an 18% tip was $48.50. So a few different ways of doing this. You could say the cost plus 0.18 of the cost should be $48.50. Okay, the cost of the meal plus an 18% tip. They said that when you add the meal and the tip together, it made $48.50. Or equivalently, because this is like 1C, right? 1 plus 0.18, that makes 1.18C. I think either one of those should be okay in MyMathLab. This is like the simplified version. Oops. Okay, let's check out another one. There we go. So a company now has 5,400 employees nationwide. It wishes to reduce the number of employees by 250 per year throughout retirements until its total employment is 3,100. So let's say this could be X is the number of years. Let's say Y is the number of years. Okay. So for this equation, we start with 5,400 or 5,400 employees, but we lose 250 per year. Okay. Now this part right here, the minus 250y, look, it's multiplying to y because if y equals 2, 2 times 250 makes 500. We're supposed to lose 500 employees after 2 years. If y equals 3, then 250 should happen 3 times. Okay, so start with 5,400, and we lose 250 employees per year. That should equal 3,100 employees. Now, if you solve this equation, that will tell you how many years it takes to get to that point. And I've got one last question for you here. You can always let me know if you need help on other questions. Length of a rectangle is 7 feet longer than the width. If the perimeter is 114 feet, find the length and width of the rectangle. I think, let me check. This one might actually ask us to solve. Let's see how we can do this. Well, let's start with this. 2L plus 2W, that should equal the perimeter, right? 2 of the lengths of a rectangle plus 2 of the widths, that's the perimeter. If you add all those up, that makes the full perimeter. Now the length is 7 feet longer than the width. So watch what I do here. Instead of writing L, I'm going to write 7 plus W. Because they said the length is 7 more than the width. So I replaced L with 7 plus W. And our perimeter is 114 feet. Okay. Now you have an equation you can solve for W, right? Use the distributive property. Oops, I forgot my plus 2W. Should equal 114. 2W plus 2W makes 4W. Subtract 14 from both sides. And then divide both sides by 4, so we get 25 for the width. And then to find out what the length is 7 feet longer than the width. So if the width is 25, then the length should be 32. Okay, so that's not all the types of word problems. You're going to have to work on constructing some of those on your own, but you can message me and let me know if you're stuck on anything.